It is time for the Peter Channel News Morning Report. Tuesday morning, September 16th, 2014. Good morning, everybody. Here now your news headlines. Here, I'm Peter J. Wiggins. The news. What's happening here? Our top story at 8:32 is comments by General Martin E. Dempsey, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, and Defense Secretary Chuck Hagel on the United States campaign against ISIS were interrupted by anti-war protesters. Here, the Minnesota Vikings have reversed course and placed star quarterback Adrian Peterson on the bench until his child abuse issues are resolved. In Annenberg, on the eve of the Scotland's historic referendum, opinion polls on Wednesday showed that support for the staying within the United Kingdom military stronger than backing for independence, but tens of thousands of undecided citizens. Dr. Dan Kelly had been in Sierra Leone on a few days last month when 4 patients showed up at the Well Body Health Clinic he founded here, complaining of fevers, diarrhea, weakness, and terrible headaches, all symptoms of Ebola. People suffering from Ebola-like symptoms are waiting to be seen at the Ebola Treatment Clinic Center in Monrovia, Liberia last month. A casino may be in Everett's future, but horse racing will soon be a thing in Boston past. The Sabadell racetrack will be closed as a result of the State Gaming Commission's vote to give Wynn Resort to the casino license over Mohegan Sun. North Korea, powerful temptations are for some Americans here. In London, England's King Richard III might have well lost his kingdom for a horse. The reviled king suffered nearly a dozen injuries on the battlefield, but the fatal blows were probably over. Only sustained after he had abandoned his horse, according to a new survey. A lot of the coverage polls saying that Scots are leaning toward independence from the UK ignores the undecideds. Indian police officers are standing guard on Tuesday in front of a board of images of Prime Minister Narendra Modi of India, President Xi Jinping of China, and Divan Patel, the Chief Minister of Gujarat. Pollock Pines, California. More than 2,400 firefighters Tuesday night tried to contain a fast-growing fire in the Sierra Nevada forest that affected the Lipa Highway parks and over 600 homes at risk. It just thanks still anymore. This year's midterm elections are being forecast by more outlets than ever before. Here at Fox, we've been. Emerging market stocks rose for the first time in 10 days as China boosts stimulus as South Africa's rand weakened before a Federal Reserve policy decision, while Russian shares tumbled the most in 8 weeks. London. Global stocks and commodity prices rose on Wednesday, boosted by speculation that the U.S. Federal Reserve will maintain a pledge on low rates later in the day. At a report, China's central bank will be provided the country's big lenders with fresh loans. Tokyo, the corporation, on Wednesday smartly deepened its net loss in Smith said it would not pay a dividend for this fiscal year for the third time since it listed in 1958 after what said was hit by a massive impairment charge for struggling. The latest software update on Apple's mobile devices enables custom keyboard self-tracking and has a dozen improvements to Siri messages and more. T-Mobile carries 7 of them more 4 major components to make the network compelling for its customers. Lowell Jones, first contestant, voted off Dance with the Stars as she was kicked off to find herself in the bottom 2 along with fashion designer Betsy Johnson, who struggled with a pop during her routine. The doctor who allegedly caused Joan Rivers' death by performing prophecy on a vocal coach took a selfie with a comedian while she was under anesthesia, according to reports. NASA's quest to put a boost on Mars in the next 2 decades may have been just getting a big boost. Agency officials announced on Tuesday. The spacecraft that struck Earth some 66 million years ago did some more than usher the non-avian resource extinction along with mammals to flourish. New researchers from their UK find heart attack patients have a greater chance to die after they leave the hospital if they miss even one component of their aftercare. In Chicago, the number of American men and women with big belly apple-shaped figures the most dangerous kind of obesity have climbed at a startling rate over the past decade, according to a government study. In Foster City, California, Gillette Scientists Incorporated today announced results from a phase 2 study evaluating simtuzumab, a investigative of lethal oxide-like-2 combination. This time of the year, there's little question about we gobbled up by $3 billion worth of pumpkin flavor products, mostly from September 5 to November. Okay, let's take a look. Everett, Massachusetts, morphine oxidant, Centennial Circle. Here, about 5:37 a.m. Here, 5 or 6 a.m. Here. Take a look at stock market Ports here, Dow futures 17.046 down 8. S&P futures 1990.25 down 1.25. Nasdaq futures 40.52.5 down 5.75 here. European markets DAX 9664.30 up 31.37. FTSE 6785.53 down 6.71. CAC 4434.28 up 25.13. U.S. stock markets Dow 17.31.97 up 100.83. S&P 598.98 up 4.85. Nasdaq 45.52.76 up 33.86. Asian markets indicate 1588.67 up down 22.86. Shanghai 2308.43 down up 11.87. And HSI 24376.41. Up to 40.40. Oil 9462 down 26 cents. Brent 99.17 up 12 cents. And natural gas 3.997 up 2,000 other point there. In the gold 1237.30 up 60 cents. Silver 18.675 down 51,000 other point. And copper 3.1395 down 265,000 other point there. U.S. 10-year yield 2.5598 down 295 other point. Germany 10-year yield 1.05% down 515,000 other point. Japanese 10-year yield 0.556% down 2,000 other point. And in the FX bonds, European US dollar 1.2974 up 15,000 other point. US dollar Japanese yen 107.15 up 300 other point. And Great Britain pound US dollar 1.6342 up 67,000 other point here. Okay, let's take a look at sports news here. Anheuser-Busch InBev, whose name's been synonymous in the NFL for decades, is criticized out overseas of the most popular U.S. as it turns on heat in the NFL. And the Washington Nationals clinched NL with a win in the last 3-0 here, and the Baltimore Orioles clinched the American League East with a victory over the Toronto Blue Jays and the Boston Red Sox. Lose to Pittsburgh Pirates 4-0 here. Take a look at the traffic situation at 8:39 here, and it shows, let's take a look at the Greater Boston traffic outlook here, and it shows the Southeast Expressway had an northbound side slow from the split up to the tunnel here. In Tippinell Tunnel, southbound side slow on the southbound end, northbound side is looking good here. 93 stop. More fine on the southbound side, slow from 120 Reading down for the Sacred Bridge and down for the tunnel here. Mass Pocket eastbound side slow from Natick all the way down for the Austin Bratton tolls here. And Mass Park slow around Route 93 in Boston here. 95 northbound slow from Route 27 in Sharon all the way up to 120 in Kenton. Route 24 northbound slow from Avon all the way up to 120 in Randolph. And Route 3 northbound slow from Derby Street Higgins up to the Braintree split through the deck to the Route 3 at the northbound side here near Derby Street in Hingham here. So try suspects to come that area here, okay? And 120 on the northbound side, backed up from 95 in Kenton all the way out to Mass Pike in Weston here. 120 on the southbound side, slow from Linfield all the way down through Lexington here. 93 and 95 are more on 5 for 120 to the New Hampshire border. Route 3 southbound, slow through the deck to the Route 3 southbound. You push 120 in Burlington here. Route 3 south, slow from Route 4 Chelmsford down to Bill Ricker here. Route 495 southbound, a little slow from Lawrence all the way down through 133 Tewksbury. And 495 in the northbound side, a little slow on Hopkins stretch here. Otherwise, 495 is good to go. Otherwise, from Hopkins all the way down for Wareham here. 95 Live is going fine from Foxborough all the way down for Rhode Island border here. And speaking of Providence traffic here, 195 on the westbound side, a little slow from the Seacock Daffin 1 to 95 in Providence here. 95 southbound slow from the S curves all the way down through downtown Providence. And Route 6 eastbound slow from Johnson down for Route 610 connector. And 95 on the northbound side slow from the airport connector down through Route 10 Crescent near Roger Williams Zoo. And 99 on the northbound side slow you push Woonsocket. 146 slow for 99 and North Smithfield up to the Sales Road and Smithfield on the southbound side of 146 here. Okay, let's take a look at the weather situation here at 8:41 here. Our current conditions here in North Massachusetts, 51 degrees on temperature with fair skies, humidity 92%, west face calm, barometer 2.02 inches, 2.49 degrees, and a visibility of 10 miles. Okay, let's take a look at our current conditions around the region here. It's 58 degrees at temperature right now in Boston, 57 in the Boston Harbor, 49 in Bedford, 52 in Beverly, 53 in Gloucester. It's 55 in Fitchburg, 52 in Worcester, 45 in Sturbridge, 50 out of Darwin, 51 in Taunton, New Bedford, 55 in Plymouth, 57 in Falmouth, 60 in Chatham, 61 in Palmerston, 64 in Cape Cod Bay. It's 58 in Martha's Vineyard, 59 in Block Island, 53 in Westerly, 54 in Providence, 55 in Attleboro, 59 in New York City, 58 in Islip, 61 in Montauk, 16 in Long Island, 57 in Bridgeport and New Haven, 47 in Danbury and Waterbury, 50 out in Meriden, 49 in Rockford, 52 in Woods Locks, 49 out in Springfield, it's 41 in Pittsfield, 43 in North Adams, 49 in Albany, New York, 44 in Bayton, Vermont, 45 in Keene, New Hampshire, 47 in Jeffrey and Nashville, New Hampshire, 48 in Concord, New Hampshire, 53 in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, and it is 51 degrees on temperature right now up in Portland, Maine. Here, all right, let's take a look at a map situation here around the country here, and it shows a cold front from South Central Alberta down for Saskatchewan, stretching in the North Dakota, northern Minnesota, and stretching it up in the northern Great Lakes, and stretching in eastern Ontario, and up in Quebec here. And we got another station front from South Dakota, stretching down for the Plains States, and stretching the Gulf States, and a cold front from Georgia down to sea here. And low pressure in front of by from the North Florida coastline down to the Gulf of Mexico, and front of is the lows coming up much to the western portion of the country here with some low pressure in western South Dakota and northeastern portions of Kansas, and we got high pressure in Ontario and a low pressure in northeastern Minnesota here. 62 degrees of temperature right now, Washington, D.C., 67 in Atlanta, 79 in Miami, 76 in Brownsville, 75 in Dallas, Texas, 63 in Kansas City, 48 in Chicago, 57 in Minneapolis, that's 57 in Great Falls, Montana, 60 out in Seattle, 63 in San Francisco, 75 in Los Angeles, 70 out in Salt Lake City, 56 in Denver, and 62 in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Here. Alright, let's take a look at a radar situation here. It shows showers and storms off the Carolina, Georgia, and Florida east coastline, and a lot of showers and storms from the western Florida Gulf Coast, stretching the Gulf Coast, and stretching out of southeastern Texas, and stretching out of the west central portion of Texas. And deluge of showers and storms from Arizona, stretching to Mexico, and the northern portions of Mexico as part of Ohio. Here, bringing a lot of rain. Arizona could get hit with a lot of rain, and a lot of showers and storms. In central Missouri, rain, showers, sleet, and snow. Flurries from western Quebec, stretching to northern Ontario, up in the northern UP, Michigan, up in the extreme northeastern portions of Minnesota. Here, spotty rain showers from north central Wyoming and Montana, stretching to east central Idaho, and a lot of rain showers off the northern California coastline, stretching to western Oregon, up in the Washington State, up in the British Columbia. Here, take a look at a satellite loop here. No. And it shows line of clouds from Quebec stretching down the northern New England, stretching to western Quebec, and stretching to Ontario, up the northern Great Lakes here, and line of clouds from the Carolinas, and stretching down from Florida, and stretching up to Gulf States and into Texas, and the Fort Quarter region, and line of clouds coming from northern Mexico, northern Montana, stretching to Idaho, Oregon, Washington, northern California, down to the northwestern portions of Nevada, and stretching up into British, coming up into northern Alberta here. And let's take a look at what is going on in the tropics here? Is Hurricane Edward is accelerating northeastward toward colder water. It's 90 mile per hour winds with it's a Category 1 storm with a settled location 35.1 to the north, 55.4 to the west, and moving northeast about 20 miles per hour here. In the latest on Edward, here it is accelerating northeast towards colder waters here, and a no coastal watches awarded in effect here. At 5 a.m. Atlantic Standard Time, 9:82 CDI, Hurricane Edward is located near latitude 35.1 to the north, longitude 55.4 to the west. And Edward is moving toward the northeast near 20 miles per hour, 300 knobs, and is expected to accelerate toward the northeast and the east. Northeast tonight toward the east with a decrease in forward speed is forecast by Thursday night. Maximum say winds to be 90 miles per hour, 150 kilometers per hour with higher gusts. The weekend is forecast by tonight, followed by more rapid weekend on Thursday, as Edward expected to lose hurricane intensity on Thursday. Hurricane force winds extend out to up to 70 miles per hour, 110 kilometers from the center, and the tropical storm force winds extend out to up to 205 miles, 335 kilometers an hour, and estimated minimum central pressure 955 millibars at 28.32 inches. Here, as surf swells from Edgewater will affect portions of the east coast of the United States, North and Florida beginning today, and these swells will likely cause light further whip current conditions along the most of the United States East Coast for the next couple of days, and please see products issued by your local National Weather Service office for more details. Here, let's take a look at. Okay, let's take a look at disturbance number 1 here. Showers and thunderstorms near the west coast of Africa associated with a tropical wave that is forecast to move offshore later today. And development of this system is not anticipated for Thursday, and any development of the weekend is expected to be slow to occur. While the system moves westward at 10 to 15 miles per hour over the East Atlantic, information change for 4 hours. Low 10%, near 0% information change 5 days. Low 10%. Here we got a pair of tropical systems in the Eastern Pacific here. It is Odell with 30.4 to the north, 130.4 to the west, and maximum same winds about 45 miles per hour, and moving northeast about 6 miles per hour. Here. As tropical Odell moving slowly to northeastward across the northern Gulf of California, and heavy rainfall occurred over portions of the northwestern New Mexico and the southwestern United States. In location 30.4 in the north, 130.4 to the west, about 6 miles, 1 kilometers south of Puerto Penasco, Mexico. Here, and tropical storm warning is effect for the east coast of Baja California Peninsula from Bahia San Juan Bautista to San Felipe, and mainland Mexico from Guaymas to Puerto Penasco. And interest elsewhere in the northwest Mexico should monitor the progress of the dial. First, storm information specific to your area. Please monitor products issued by your local National Meteorological Service. Here. At 5 a.m. Pacific Time, 12 UTC data from satellites and an NOAA Doppler radar in Yuma indicate that the center tropical storm Odell was located near latitude 30.4 to the north, longitude 130.4 to the west, and Odell is moving toward the northeast near 6 miles per hour, 9 kilometers an hour. This is geo motion should continue today on the forecast track that the center of Odell is expected to move across the northern Gulf of California this morning here, and moving it into the northwestern mainland of Mexico this afternoon here. Maximum sustained winds have decreased to near 45 miles per hour, 75 kilometers with higher gusts, and little change in surface expected before landfall. But rapid weakening will occur after it. Odell moves inland over inland Mexico, and tropical force winds extend out to 140 miles, 220 kilometers from the center here. Here's the minimum central pressure 997 millibars, 29.44 inches here, and the wind tropical storm conditions will continue to spread northward over the portions of the tropical storm warning area today. In storm surge, a storm surge could still produce coastal flooding in areas onshore. Winds also from near San Felipe, around the far northern Gulf of California, close to the near Puerto Penasco, near the coast where the surge will be oncoming by large damaging winds here. And rainfall. Odell is expected to produce total rainfall amounts of 6 to 12 inches, with totals of 18 inches across the Mexican state of Sonora. These rains are likely to result in life-threatening flash floods and mudslides. Much ahead of Odell is expected to produce rainfall amounts of 3 to 6 inches, with estimated totals of 9 inches across southeastern Arizona and the southwestern New Mexico, possibly extending in western Texas Friday. This rain could cause some result and some life-threatening flash floods. In the surf, swells from the Odell will affect portions of the Baja California Peninsula and the Gulf of California from the next day to. Swells along the southwest coast of Mexico should gradually subside today. These swells are likely to cause life-threatening surf and rip current conditions here. Please consult products from your local weather office here. And here's the latest on tropical storm Polo. It's now 50 mile per hour winds with a movement northwest about 12 miles per hour and center location 15.1 in the north. 102.1 to the west. Here, in the public advisory, here it's Polo moving toward the northwest as changes the advisory. A tropical storm watch is effect for southwestern coast of Mexico from Zihuatanejo to Cabo Corrientes. For some information specifically here, please monitor products issued by your local National Meteorological Service here. At 5 a.m. Pacific Time, 12 UTC, the center of tropical storm Polo was located near latitude 15.1 in the north, longitude 102.1 in the west. The Polo is moving towards the northwest near 12 miles per 19 kilometers under this general motion is expected to continue for the next 48 hours. And the forecast track of Central Polo is expected to remain offshore on both parallel to the southwestern coast of Mexico. Maximum sustained winds near 50 miles per 85 kilometers with higher gusts and strength in this forecast during the next 48 hours. And Polo is expected to become a hurricane tonight or early Thursday. Tropical force winds extend up to 80 miles, 130 kilometers from the center. That's minimum central pressure is 1,000 millibars, 253 inches. Here. In the wind, tropical conditions as possible wind and water by late today, and surf swells jetting by. Polo will affect portions of the southern coast of Mexico during the next few days. The swells are likely to cause life-threatening surf and whip current conditions. And please consult products for your local weather office, please. In Central Pacific, an area of showers and thunderstorms centered about 8 to 50 miles southeast of Hawaii. There's a low potential development of this system as it moves west slowly in formation of stretches for hours. Low temps and elsewhere. No tropical cyclones are expected for late Thursday night. Here. And let's take a look at a forecast discussion around the country. Here's heavy rain possible for parts of the southwestern sub-Rockies and heavy rain possible for parts of the western Gulf Coast. Moisture associated with tropical Banal will lift northward into the southwest and the 8 and produce showers and thunderstorms will lift heavy rain over parts of the southwest and the southern Rockies by Thursday. Even as a moderate risk of flash flood is expected during this time frame, as several inches of rain are expected to fall across southeast Arizona and southern New Mexico. Meanwhile, upper level energy over the southern Rockies will move southward to southeastward to the central Gulf Coast by Thursday, as moisture-rich air over the western Gulf Coast will interact with the upper level energy to produce showers and thunderstorms over the western Gulf Coast and the southern Rockies by Thursday. In addition, a north front extended from the southeast to the parts of the central plains will also aid to focus on showers and thunderstorms on the parts of the middle lower Mississippi Valley by Thursday. Elsewhere, upper level energy will move it over to the middle and southeast will aid in producing showers and thunderstorms over parts of the southern middle United States and the southeast on Wednesday and Thursday. And furthermore, a front moving to southeast winds across the Great Lakes and the northeast. Coast by Mid-Atlantic by Thursday will cause rain to develop for parts of the upper Great Lakes by moving across onto the parts of the northern New England by Thursday morning. Here, a deep upper level trail over the eastern Pacific will move offshore over the California on Thursday, and the energy will produce rain over parts of the west coast by Wednesday afternoon to Thursday morning. The area of showers and thunderstorms will develop for parts of the Great Basin on Thursday evening as a upper level system progresses inland. There. In forecast discussion around the region here, we will show high pressure will build in the region, bringing cooler, drier weather for the remainder of the weekend and some frost is possible early Friday morning in some areas and high wind slip offshore and in southwest blow beyond and allow temperatures to warm than or above normal by Sunday and Monday. A cold front moves Friday Monday followed by cooler weather by Tuesday. And aside from a few remaining patches of fog across the region, mainly SKC conditions away from the coast, south coast where some CI from an offshore system moves, but therefore probably have sunshine to go around, which will lead from a rapid increase in temperatures from this morning. Even after the cool start, the current forecast still reflects these trends. That's so no major change in need with this update here. And we're going to see temperatures. Today's temperatures going to be ranging from 64 to 70 degrees there, with a best chance of 70 degrees from the south coast of Massachusetts and around the Providence area, and around coastal Connecticut here, and around northeast of Meriden and near Hartford here. That's the best chance again at 70 degrees. And tonight's lows we'll see 38 from Bennington to 55 in Nantucket. So it'll be 38 to 48 degrees for much of the region here, and 48 to 55 degrees in Cape Downs there. Okay, let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. The goals like this here. For today, we are going to see some for today, sun's got in there, 71 degrees. Calm wind becoming westbound 5 miles per afternoon. Tonight, Petrovac after 3 a.m. was. Most of the coast got a low of 46 degrees of light west wind. Thursday, slight touch of showers afternoon. Petrovac before 7 a.m. was. Sun's got in there, 72 degrees of calm wind becoming northwest wind 6 miles per morning. Chance precipitation 20%. Thursday night, Parkhouse got a low of 45 degrees. And northward about 5 to 7 miles per hour. Friday, sun's got in there, 61 degrees. Northward about 7 miles per hour. Friday night, most of the coast got a low of 43 degrees. Saturday, most of the sun's got in there, 70 degrees. Saturday night, Parkhouse got a low of 57 degrees. Sunday, most of the sun's got in there, 77 degrees. Saturday night, chance of showers, most of the clouds got a low of 60 degrees and chance precipitation 30%. Monday, chance of showers, most of the clouds got either 75 degrees, chance precipitation 30%. Monday night, most of the clouds got a low of 52 degrees, and Tuesday, most of the clouds got 68 degrees. Here's what a phrase of the day. Us winner of a Wednesday in store. This page always be have a good day. What a good positive. I'll see you with 11 a.m. report. Here, have a good day.